Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Nimi Walson Jack.
Okay. So today you are at the Bayelsa International Airport, a brand new airport that is built by the restoration government, being led by Honorable Seriake Dickson, the governor of Bayelsa State. So how do you feel today?
Well, today is a special day. I think the joy cannot be quantified. We're dealing with a situation where the Bayelsa state government has single-handedly built an international airport. Now, this may not be the equivalent of the roads you see or the public buildings that are built all over the place, but this has more potential in terms of opening up the economy, opening the state and the economy of the state, first to the nation and then to the rest of the world. The ease of transportation, the ability of the investors to come into Bayelsa State and live at will at their convenience makes it a lot more easier to talk and do business in Bayelsa State.
Sir, what word do you have for the governor?
Of course, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to Governor Seriake Dickson. The restoration government has indeed kept to his vision. Incidentally, I had foreknowledge right from the days when he was running for the office of governor. And I can say for those who don't know that the vision, the promise of an international airport was there in the master plan, in his campaign manifesto. And today he has fulfilled, with the opening of this airport, he has fulfilled that one promise among others that he made. And so he could go home at the end of his tenure, satisfied that he kept to his promises.
What do you have for the John Nation about this airport?
We can only get better. The John Nation can only get better. This is just one stride, and a lot more will happen, both by this administration and by subsequent administrations. But he has set the benchmark, and we don't expect future governments to go below the benchmark.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Ambassador Godlos Bolada Igali, a former secretary to Bayelsa State Government, a diplomat, and a retired federal permanent secretary.
Sir, today you are here to witness an epoch-making event, one in a lifetime that everyone would wish to see. The launching of the Bayelsa International Airport, the one in the heart of the John Nation. So how do you feel today being part of this event?
Well, I feel highly elated and a little bit nostalgic because we are the most riverine, the most coastal, and the most deltaic state in this country. Bayelsa is actually a collection of islands connected, sometimes connected to each other, and the upland part is very small. So we're essentially underwater. And to imagine that in this swamp, this wetland, this entire floodplain, that this kind of edifice can be built by the state government above the flood levels, highly above any environmental challenges. One of the best airports in the country is quite commendable. This will open the opportunity for business creation in the state and for our neighbors being Delta, Anambra State, Imo State, River State, states that are near us, because from here you can easily go to Anambra, so even Abia. So a lot of their international imports can come through this international airport, because the international cargo airport that will also serve the passenger needs. So Governor Dickson has built for the South-South and for the entire Southeast a mammoth, unimaginable edifice that deserves the commendation of all. And for this we are very grateful, and we hope this will even engender some more integration of the economies of the South-South and the South-South and the Southeast.
Sir, as a diplomat, what are the benefits of this international
The benefits of the airport are that international business can now take place. We are now talking about the role of intra-African trade as a vehicle for sustaining economic growth on the continent. So to have this, you know, our neighbors, the Igbos, are very mercantilist. They are traders, they are business people, they look for anywhere there's opportunity, they move in. And the rest of us are into other fishing businesses, oil and gas. This is the hub of oil and gas. Bayelsa is the biggest gas reserve in the country. So this airport will unleash unimaginable economic benefits both to the region, the south-south, southeast, and also to Nigeria as a whole. So the benefits are enormous, both to Bayelsa and its neighbors.
So what is your word to Governor Seriake?
So the governor has done well. The governor has done well. I heard somebody comment, and it was unfortunate, I must say, as an elder brother, that a former minister of the cabinet made some very unsavory comments about this airport, which was unfortunate. It showed that he was not informed of this airport. I came to see it when it was being built. The flood levels, it's built about 3 meters above the normal flood levels. So even if we were to have like 2012 kind of flood, it will be a big challenge before it can be flooded. So I think that Governor Dickson needs commendable. But apart from that, he has been able to carve his name into the landmark of history. The history of Bayelsa, the history of the Ijaw people. This is the first airport on Ijaw territory. We are the fourth largest ethnic group in this country. We produce 60% of the oil. We are not connected by any airport, federal or state. So being the first person to build this kind of edifice, he has really carved himself a place in history that anybody that tries to talk against it will only find himself in the footnote of history.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, can you please introduce your name, yourself?
My name is Professor Joseph Ajenka, former Vice Chancellor, University of Port Harcourt, and Chairman of the Steering Committee of INC.
Sir, as the Chairman of the Steering Committee, how do you feel today seeing this big come to fruition?
I think the first thing is to congratulate His Excellency for this marvelous work. The second is to congratulate the people of Bayelsa State for this landmark development. This project will stimulate growth, and every Ijaw son and daughter should be proud of this project. Every Ijaw, wherever we are, must be very proud of this project, the first of its kind on Ijaw soil. A major project of this nature in a floodplain, and you can imagine the cost of development. And this, I believe, will contribute to the economic development of the state, and will create employment opportunities, and it will be a project that will stimulate economic growth.
So what is your word to the governor himself?
Like I said, congratulations to His Excellency. We congratulate him for this novelty.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Maiden.
Sir, today you are here making this great event, part of this great historic event. Sir, how do you feel about this Bayelsa International Airport?
I'm excited. I'm very happy. All our people are happy. Generations to come will be happy with Governor Dickson for the implementation of such massive airport projects. This is the type of thing we've been talking about, the dynamics of change in Ijaw land. All Ijaw people worldwide will be happy with this governor, will be happy with Bayelsa State governor at this time, that this history is being made in our time. That the PDP governor of Bayelsa State has shown the way to go in terms of aggressive and accelerated economic transformation. This is what we've been discussing. How do you connect with the world, with the economy? In terms of passenger movement, in terms of tourism, and in terms of the commercial activity, the business activity, debut of the economics of Bayelsa State. This is it. So we are very happy and excited. I lack words to say that this state, which we have described severally as more deltaic than Delta State, more riverine than River State, is going to enjoy the first aircraft landing, and is going to continue to enjoy aircraft travel. And we think that the next movement, the next step will be to get this place to be a free zone, okay, for business, to attract businesses, to attract tank farms, to attract several cargo activity here. We liken this place to a place like Ostend in Belgium, where you have free landing, and cost-free or less cost-free cargo movement. That's the kind of thing I like to associate with. Business dynamics of Bayelsa State are just debuted. Thank you very much.
So what is your word to the citizenry on how to harness the advantage of this airport project?
For the first time, we are seeing an opportunity for trade and for business movement. Those of us who are involved in import and export, this is your opportunity, to come and be part of the process. Import and export is a big business, clearing, forwarding, and all the while. So our people in business must position themselves now. Not for them to allow people from elsewhere to come and take advantage. They must position themselves and get, started. Go for training, build their capacity, how to, harness the opportunities around a major international airport facility as this. I'm, going to be able to sit with some of them to give them, ideas on what to do. Because I was sometimes associated with the cargo business, so I have quite a lot of ideas in trying to, get people to be interested in the airline business and the cargo business, and of course the airport, beneficiating businesses.
What is your word to Governor Dickson at this moment?
Thank you. Thank you to Governor Dickson for this vision. It's a visionary project. It's a sustainable development project. It's a project for the future, and it's a project that will benefit Bayelsa people, will benefit the Ijaw people, because this is the first time the Ijaw people are experiencing an aircraft landing in their space, and it will benefit, of course, the world and tourists who are coming to this part of the world in general. Thank you very much.
I'm Captain Crosby Otobo.
Okay, sir. This is the maiden flight to Bayelsa State.
Yes.
The first time, actually.
Yeah.
How do you feel being part of history?
Well, it's a great thing for the people of Bayelsa and the people of this great nation that we can open up the aviation industry to the rural areas. It's really marvelous in the sight, and we thank God for it, okay?
Okay, no, it's okay.
Yes.
So what does this really mean in terms of, development, economy, activity, business at the airport here? MPs will be landing often.
That's what I'm saying. Airpeace is going to start a regular flight, scheduled flight into this airport in the very, very near future, maybe in another few weeks or in about a month. We should be flying into the Bayelsa airport regularly. The runway in particular is very smooth and very hard. We never thought the 737 could land here, but from what I just seen, it can even take an aircraft as large as a 777. A big international flight can land on this runway easily. So we thank God for the people of Bayelsa. It's a great day for them, and they should rejoice, you know.
What is the capacity of this aircraft? I don't know.
This aircraft is a 50-seater. It's a modern jet. It's you can see that it's all glass cockpit, you know. Very beautiful airplane, very quiet, and it takes 50 people.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Like every other Bayelsan, I feel a sense of gratitude and fulfillment. I thank God for what He has done. I want to commend my team, to commend the contractors, to commend the communities for their understanding. This is the single biggest infrastructure project, and we are grateful to God that today we are landing with the first aircraft, and several others will come. It's my prayer that this aircraft, this airport, which will start commercial activities very soon, should be used to the benefit of all mankind, and that everyone who comes here should land in peace and in safety, and that this airport should advance the cause of development and prosperity in our state and in our country. In Jesus' name.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Sir, I can see joy in your face.
Oh yes.
Can you please just let the cat out of the bag?
This is the best place to be in Bayelsa right now. This is where it's happening right now in Bayelsa. The new Bayelsa International Airport. What most people thought it was just, you know, propaganda. In actual fact, they went ahead and started denigrating the airport. They said, oh, this airport. They said this airport it's a flooded airport. So you can see now, it's real. Finally, the first plane just landed in Bayelsa International Airport. So what will the naysayers say? Bayelsans, this is the best Valentine gifts that the restoration government is giving to our people. Don't let anybody deceive you. This is the best state in Nigeria. This can only happen in Bayelsa. And let me put it on record that this airport represents the gateway to new things happening in Bayelsa, gateway to new investment, gateway to new businesses, gateway to prosperity. Let us celebrate the Ofruma Pepe, because it takes not just vision, it takes a leader with a lion heart to be able to deliver a project like this. This project is monumental. This project is a project that most states can't do it without the support of the federal government. But it took these states single-handedly to build these airports. And that's something that we must celebrate. And I believe very strongly that Bayelsans now can see for themselves that the Ofruma Pepe, whatever he says, the Toknadu governor, whatever he says, he's always doing it, and he has done it again. And we celebrate the Bayelsans for this remarkable achievement. Thanks, Bayelsans. Thanks for giving us your support. 7 years has not been easy, but with your support, we're right where we should be. This is the beginning of prosperity for our dear states and for the Ijaw nation. Thank you.
Sir, can you please tell Bayelsans the opportunities out there for just this single project?
This airport, like I said, is the gateway to future investments, prosperity, and everything you can think about. From here now, already the jobs that will be created, over 1,500 direct and indirect employment for our young people. That is something to celebrate. With this airport, a number of businesses will start coming into Bayelsa. Because how can you have a state, an investor, you're inviting investors, and investors don't know how to access the state. So with this airport, investors can come now. So this means more business, more prosperity, more investment, more jobs, more prosperity, more investment, more prosperity. This is the beginning, Bayelsans. This is the beginning of our prosperity. Let us celebrate it. Let us cherish it. God bless you all.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Sir, can you please introduce yourself?
Comrade Tari Don and I'm Chairman TUC Bayelsa State Council.
Sir, today you are at the Bayelsa International Airport, solely built by the Bayelsa State government. How do you feel about it and what is your take about it?
I feel very great to be a part of the epoch-making occasion that a plane can land in Ijaw, can land in Ijaw land. It has opened up the airways so all are sundry to fly from Enso. We just pray for sustainability of this laudable project that has been commissioned today to the glory of God. And we want to say that Bayelsa is open to IOCs and others that will fly on. There is no more excuse for any of them to give. They can fly in and fly out anytime.
Sir, as they call your governor, Atoknadu governor, what is your word for Henry Seriake Dickson?
My word for him is to tell him thank you for the passion he has. If not of the passion, this project would have come to limelight today that we are all seeing here celebrating to the glory of God. That may God strengthen him to carry out this great passion that he has for the state.
Thank you.
Captain, what's your name and introduce yourself and your colleague also?
I'm Captain Quentin, Captain Henry, and our very capable aerospace minion there at the back. And this is apparently the first flight into this runway, beautiful runway, apparently longer than Port Harcourt as well. Flight was awesome and it's a very quick flight, very comfortable flight. And we'd like to come in here very more and see you guys more often. But thank you, and it's nice being here.
Your full names, please.
Quentin Forster.
Quentin Forster.
Yes.
And your colleague, what's your name, sir?
Good day, guys. My name is Henry van Steen, and yeah, like Quentin said, we enjoyed it in here. First flight into Bayelsa, and hopefully many more to come.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for the hospitality and everything. And we're going back to Lagos now.
Okay.
That's also a very quick flight. That should be a very quick flight. But thank you.
What's this flight? Call the flight. The name of the flight.
The name of the flight?
The aircraft.
The aircraft, Legacy 600.
Okay.
Yes.
Going how many thousand feet?
It can go up to 41,000 feet.
Okay.
And cruise at Mach 0.78. And we can actually travel. You can travel direct from Lagos to Cape Town or Lagos, London, That's comfortable, 13-seater.
Even from Bayelsa too?
Yeah, it depends on if it's an international airport.
Oh,
then
okay,
we will be able, if it's you can declare customs and immigrations, then you will be able to depart from here directly to international flights.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm happy to be the first cabin attendant to be landing in this beautiful aircraft in this beautiful new airport. It looks fantastic. It's a lovely place to land.
And so you love to be coming to Bayelsa often?
I think I will probably be coming to Bayelsa quite often, yes.
A number of people don't know what it means to embark on this kind of project.
Even if you have all the money, you must have passion, and you must have a vision, and you must have that combination of the two, and the large heart to take on projects like this. This is not something you see every time, and I want to thank all of them for the work they have done. Today, I think this is a major milestone. We are not commissioning this airport today. Today, all of us assembled here to witness the first flight into Bayelsa. The cost of this project, because of the quality, and you know our terrain, imagine sand filling all this area. And the height of the sand filling is almost 4 meters. Where you are standing now, it's almost 4 meters. This is massive fun. Everywhere around us is still fun. And so when people talk about we are not spent 120 or 150, and some propagandists want to deceive themselves. They don't have anything to tell our people. They should say so. What we have spent up until now on this project is about 60 billion. And I hope they are listening. We have spent about 60 billion. And our contractor in Dantata Asaru, they have done a great job. This is German standard, international standard. This airport has never been and will never be flooded. Those who are envious of the achievements of our government, because we are doing things that could have been done but were not done. I can understand that, but they should rise above the baser elements of human nature. Envy, anger, jealousy, all these are parts of human emotions. So I can relate to that. Because in this government, in all sectors, why wouldn't people be jealous? If we have built schools that they couldn't build, schools in their own communities, roads leading to their own communities, hospitals in their own communities. And I hear some young men were talking about building boreholes. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, boreholes. It's what people pride themselves for. That's what our state deserves from the federal government. So again, we are still in the campaign season, we're running off campaigns. This is another opportunity for me to align myself fully and totally. Our state is aligned with the position that the John Nation has taken to vote Atiku Abubakar and the People's Democratic Party so that you can continue to see life-changing projects like this. So that we can move away from propagandists, we can move away from cult leaders, we can move away from gangsters and criminals, some of whom are masquerading as politicians and supported and aided by a federal government that doesn't care what happens to our people. They help to arm our people. Communities are overrun now in Nembe by certain Kojo, protected by secret officials. Communities are overrun by certain Ogumbos in Panamabri, protected for over 3 years by security forces of Nigeria. And have battled for the past 3.5 years to maintain stability and security of this very strategic state. A state whose stability and security is important, not just for the country, but for the entire Niger Delta region. And it is in spite of all of this, in spite of all of these distractions, in spite of the recession, you are seeing life-changing projects that will outlive all of us. In education, in healthcare, in critical infrastructure like this, and in peace building. I wish our people well, and I want to thank our fathers of our land, all of them are here. Thank you all for their understanding, especially the paramount rulers and the kings of the neighboring areas, because this project was started from scratch by our government, meaning that we had to conceive of this project, meaning that we had to first acquire this land, all this land, taken from communities and families. I want to thank the families and the communities for their understanding. We are still paying, in the process of paying compensation. We're not finished. By the time all of that is done, I think the total cost will be about 65 billion. But we are still owing some of the contract. We are also owing some of our communities. And I'm told we need to do a slight more dredging, which is very expensive. So I want to thank you all for coming today. And I feel gratified, I feel happy, I feel proud as a Bayelsa, the best is yet to come for Bayelsa. Thank you and God bless you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Honorable Jonathan Obwebita, Commissioner Education, Bayelsa State.
Sir, you just witnessed the first two planes landed in the Bayelsa brand new international airport today. One conveying our talk to governor. So how do you feel today?
Well, you can see the excitement, not just on me, but every other person that is here. Today, history has been made. Today, the governor has given to the people of the Ijaw Nation the best of Valentine gifts that anybody can get. Today, Bayelsa and the Ijaw Nation has been linked to the world. This is the first time we have been linked to the world. The world is linked to us, we are also linked to the world. From this airport, we can get to any other part of the world. And this is the best that has happened in the history of Bayelsa State. Now we can proudly say we are the Ijaw Nation. Now we can proudly say we are Bayelsans because we have a way forward. We are no longer landlocked. We can move from one place to another. You could remember the 2012 flood. It was difficult for our people to even leave Bayelsa State for safety. But today with this airport, whenever there are crises or whenever there are issues, we can comfortably lift our people to any other part of the world and guarantee the safety of our people. Today we have opened another vista of economic prosperity for our people. With this airport, the economy of this land will never remain the same again. So this is another level of economic prosperity. Today, we have also opened the growth of our state, where investors can come direct into Bayelsa State for the purpose of investing there in Bayelsa State. So what will I say and what will I not say? Today, our children, through this airport, can go to any part of the world to pursue education and every other thing that they want to better their life. And that is a rediscovery of the Ijaw Nation. So today, Honorable Seriake Dickson has indeed created the Ijaw Nation of our dream, where we can proudly say we are a people and we can move and interact with the rest of the world. Nobody knows what will happen after now, but we are now prepared to say we have also launched ourselves to the next generation of being part of the global world. So I'm so excited, I'm so happy. You can see it, that's why my children too are here. Every member of my family, they came in and they're all here to witness this history-making event so that today will remain indelible in our minds and our history. You can never write the history of Bayelsa State without mentioning this day. And that is why I'm happy to be part of this day, and to God Almighty be the glory. Thank you.
So what is your advice to Bayelsans on the economic value of this single project?
Well, you can see that this project has already, Bayelsa used to be the most expensive state, and Yenigua the most expensive state capital. Why? Because products are being transported from one other state to another before getting to Bayelsa State. But from this airport, we can also entertain different products from all over the world. And that is why this airport has the cargo facility in it, where every other plane can come and land goods from China, from Korea, from America, from the UK, everywhere. So our people will definitely grow even the home economy and be part of the global economy. So I'm advising my people, take advantage of this, because this is the beginning of another Bayelsa that has started today. Thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Irene Ebiere Ajua Musa, Honorable Commissioner for Tourism Development, Bayelsa State.
Madam, you just witnessed the first and the second touchdown of aircraft in Bayelsa land.
Yes.
At the new international airport.
Yes.
How do you really feel about it?
It's very exciting because it's a very much needed infrastructure because of tourism especially. Tourism meaning that now people can come in here, flying from Abuja, Lagos, or any part of the world, come in here direct and then come and witness the lifestyle of the Niger Delta Ijaw people.
So, Ma, what is this airport going, or what do we stand to gain from this airport as it relates to tourism?
Well, it's a significant investment, structural investment, infrastructural investment, being that instead of Bayelsa, a lot of the times, when people are coming in from River States or any other, the next one is Warri, you find out that there's a lot of problem, traffic, incidents, accidents, and things like that. You and I both know flying is the safest means of travel. So with the fact that you can land your plane here, it means that you're one step closer to Bayelsa State immediately, and then people, you can come and witness the lifestyle, come and see Bayelsa in its raw form. So this is the means of transportation direct to the Niger Delta, where you can come and experience the Niger Delta, the Bayelsa, the true Ijaw people in their habitat. So, it's a very significant one, very significant, much needed infrastructure.
So let's
related
talk
to
about
tourism.
job creation.
Yes, job creation. This particular airport will in future provide over 2,000 jobs directly or indirectly, to the states, within the states and outside the state. You have to also note that the first phase of the airport has just commenced. There is also the cargo part of it, because it's also a cargo airport. So that is the next phase, and that's what we're looking for. That's going to create all of it together. It's going to create it has been estimated, 2,000 jobs specifically, directly or indirectly.
What is your word to the man that had the responsibility to build this airport?
I want to say to Honorable Seriake Dickson, I want to say a big thank you from the tourism sector. It's a dream come true. He promised something when he came into government. He said, I will bring the world to Bayelsa and the Bayelsa to the world. And this is a significant step in ensuring that that comes to life. We want to say a big thank you, appreciation to the Ijaw nation, and we now can hold our head up high, saying that we are a people with, ready to take off. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, what's your name? Can you please introduce
My
yourself?
name is Olotu Angel by name.
Sir, and who are you? And what's your relationship to this airport project?
My relationship, I am one of the landlords to this airport. My father is Olotu, who owns this land in the Kolo community. Before Seriake came to this place, it was a thick forest, swampy. He brought this place open, then he sandfilled and built that airport. During the time when he was brought this airport, he paid the compensation. I used that compensation to build fine house in my community. The best building in my Nikolo community is my building, which Seriake made me to have a better building in my community. So I am with Seriake from morning till evening. I'm with him, and God should bless him what he has done to my family, my community, and the entire Bayelsa State and Nigeria as general.
Hello, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Can you
Nice
please
talking
introduce
to you.
yourself?
My name is Abi Ekbebo. I'm a protocol officer in Lagos State Liaison Office. Actually, I came with the flight that landed in Bayelsa for the first time. It has been a beautiful journey, all the way from from Lagos to Bayelsa.
How do you feel today that you have an airport in your own land?
I am so glad, I'm grateful. I want to give all glory to God for giving us a beautiful, airport. For the first time landing in the airport, I felt like crying. It was just a beautiful thing. I was so excited. I could not stop praising God in the aircraft. I could not stop clapping. It was just beautiful. All kudos to the governor. He has done a marvelous job for us.
What would you have for Bayelsans on how to tap into this project for their own benefit?
Well, it's very good. All for us, for them to do now is, you don't have time to start thinking of landing in Port Harcourt before getting to Bayelsa. Whatever you have now as a good can now actually come to Bayelsa straight. You know, there is no fear, no panic. Our airport is so beautiful. Everywhere is looking very beautiful. In fact, I don't know what to say. Why don't you just give it a try and see what I have experienced as well.
Thank you.
Governor, the Ofuruma Pepe, the man who I now know as the creator of the new Bayelsa. I call him a man with a spirit heart because he has gone beyond a lion heart. Because you need a spirit heart to embark on this project. When in 2012 we came in and he said he was going to play politics with the development of Bayelsa State, and that he was going to turn Bayelsa State into a construction yard, and in Egwa in particular into a construction site. People thought he was joking. But today, all of you have come here to see. About October 2012, the idea for this Bayelsa airport came into being. And that is why some people are behaving the ostrich. Instead of them to praise, comment, idolize, and eulogize the governor, they are there bickering, telling falsehood. The question I will ask them is, where is the Yaradua International Airport that they drag Yaradua to come and commence? Where is that airport? Where is that airport? Such people have no moral rights, courage, temerity, and integrity to talk when Governor Dickson is talking in Bayelsa State and Nigeria. And so, by 2012, when this idea came, as true to type, he's assembled the best of Bayelsans in the air sector, led by Air Vice Marshal Apricom. He led other Bayelsans, including FVM, Ombu, and others to start a process of getting a decision as to where this airport will be sited. They visited several sites, which is the abandoned Yaradua Airport site. They visited the site at Igbogene. They visited the site at Agbura. They also visited the site at Utueke. And then they came to visit this site, which Alamesia initially initiated in 2003. And after all the studies, wind studies, and it was agreed that this should be the site for the international airport. And with that decision, processes were started, wind studies were conducted, environmental impact assessments were conducted, and then the bidding process was started. And the initial cost for this project was about 45 billion. Considering that we have to clear the whole of this place. If you look behind me, the swamp you see here was the swamp that was here. And so from the day one, this place was a virgin land. So all the sand you see here, that is measuring about 450 meters by 4,500 meters, meaning 400 meters by 4.5 kilometers, was sand filled. In some areas, we went as sand filling up to 5 meters in terms of sand filling. And to achieve this, we expected that the NDDC will do their part of the federal government project to ensure that the sand filling would have been undertaken by them. But we discovered that they were coming there to do what we call urinating of sand. And that was not going to help us. So the governor decided that we should get the best of the dredgers. And so we have to move a dredger from Dubai down to Nigeria here. And you know what that will cost to get a dredger here. And true to type, as a man who is not afraid of taking on the spirits, he started and we brought the dredger here. A project that will have lasted us about 2-3 years to dredge. We finished the dredging in 6 months. And after the dredging, there was a need for the sand to settle within a very short period of time. And so we have to introduce what we call vertical drains on the runway and all the other areas that we needed to construct this airport. After that, we started the cement stabilization. And so we cut short the period of sedimentation by about almost a year and a half. And again, the contractors moved into site. And I also need to bring to our attention that we suffered a lot of calamities in this airport, ranging from the hike of the exchange the rates. Because when we started this airport, exchange rate was about $95. But today, as I speak to you, the exchange rate is 365 naira. That alone should show common sense that the cost of the project can never be the same cost as at the time the project was conceived. And so it will be bad politics, bad belly, jealousy, envy, inability to admit failure for them to say that the governor is spending above what was budgeted for this project. I also hear them say this airport is flooded. They should go, if they are very good, they should take a topographic survey of this place. I was here with my Lord Bishop, the Bishop of the Bumadi Diocese, in September, the peak of the flood, when everywhere was flooded in Egua. There was not even an encroach of water on this airport. So that again is another sheep blackmail. So I want to assure you that this airport, all the aviation experts that have visited this airport say that this is one and the best airport that we have in the whole of Nigeria, because the runway is 3.5 kilometers and the width is 45 meters, which means, and the PCN, which is what will carry the load, is that I can take 747, and there's no airport in Nigeria here that takes a 747, and that again is unique. For all our equipment, they are grade 1. Like the fire truck that sprinkled the fire, the water all were coming in. That fire truck can go into the fire while the fire is on and get out of the fire. There's no fire truck of that type in the whole of Nigeria, talk less of the West African region. So I can tell you what we have here is high quality. The communication system is perfect. The weather system is perfect. You can see our terminal building. Our terminal building is world class. And I can assure you that Governor Dickson, as far as we are concerned, those of us who belong to the Dickson school of thought, we have, and we are grateful that we have a mentor, and we're prepared to remain as a mentee until it takes us to a higher level. And I pray that Nigerians will recognize this talent and take him up there, so that the things he has done in Bayelsa State here will be done at the international level, so that Nigeria will be better for us and Nigeria will be great again. Thank you, Your Excellency, for giving me the opportunity to serve. Thank you for having the opportunity to land on Bayelsa State, land with the first aircraft. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to go to the Senate. Thank you. May God bless you and bless your family in Jesus' name.
It was exhibited in the recent commissioning of some new international terminals in some airports around the nation, notably the Port Harcourt International Airport of Magwa, River State. But we are not resting on our laurels in partnering with states, especially the Bayelsa State, for the growth and development of efficient, safe, secured and affordable air transportation. It is our resolve to partner with the Bayelsa State government. In this regard, the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria has deployed aviation security personnel, aircraft firefighting and rescue personnel, wildlife and hazard personnel, safety personnel, marshals and apron control officers to the Bayelsa Airport. The Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria will keep working with the Bayelsa State government for the development of the aviation industry. Once again, we say congratulations to the governor, congratulations to the good people of Bayelsa State, and happy Valentine's Day. Thank you so much.
Seriake Dickson, the highly respected traditional rulers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It gives us great pleasure to be here to witness the inaugural flight into Bayelsa International Airport. Air Peace is an airline of many firsts. We are indeed honored and delighted to make another history as the first commercial airline to land in Bayelsa Airport. We commend His Excellency Governor Seriake Dickson for this great project aimed at opening Bayelsa State up for rapid industrial and economic development. Since we commenced commercial flight operations over 4 years ago, Air Peace has greatly contributed to the development of cities and states that we operate into. We have no doubt that Bayelsa International Airport will provide us an opportunity to support the effort of the Bayelsa State government to develop the state. It is indeed a new dawn for the people and residents of Bayelsa State. We urge the flying public and the business community to take advantage of this wonderful facility to break new grounds and realize their business and leisure interests. Once again, thank you for the privilege to be part of this great history unfolding in Bayelsa State. Thank you.
Executive Governor of Bayelsa State, Deputy Governor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm a very proud man today. I'm very, very excited. How many into Lagos, from Lagos today was an experience I never thought would happen. Our association, as a Job Professionals Association, with this project started in October of 2017. A group of professionals came into Yenagua on a tour of projects. Now, I'll say this, we came and we said we were going to see a few projects. We ended up visiting 22 projects. We planned for 10. And this was one of the projects we visited and we were very excited about. Now, when we were listing out projects to visit, we chose this one for one reason. The reason was that a lot of people had been skeptical about the possibility of this happening. And we had a meeting, and I think Captain Poveni is here, the BOT Vice Chair. And in the house, we had a meeting and said, let's go and visit some of these things. And we had an independent project tour, and we came independent of government, and we visited projects. In late last year, October of 2018, we visited with the governor and discussed the projects. And this is one of the projects the governor said, you will see come to fruition. Your Excellency, we are proud that you've kept your words. We are proud that we have landed here, seeing a beautiful project. We thank you, Your Excellency. Now, for us as professionals, what does this project mean? This project means economic opportunities opening up in the state. We visited the healthcare facility, which is world class, and we were thinking, how will the patients come in here easily? The answer is in this project. Thank you, Your Excellency, because this is a part of a big vision which we must sustain in this state. We must sustain it. If this tempo is sustained, before you know it, this state will be much better than most other places. And those of us living in Lagos will have reason to come back and live here comfortably. Your Excellency, employment opportunities are coming out of this project. I'm beginning to see youths who are going to get jobs out of this project because of this vision. Thank you, Your Excellency. That's how we see it as professionals. Your Excellency, the business opportunities that are going to come out of here is the next stage. And I know that with the vision and the capable team you have, and with our support as IPA, we can make this airport one of the most viable projects in the Niger Delta as a whole. Thank you, Your Excellency, and congratulations for this wonderful job. God bless you.
You know, when you build an airport, it's a turning point in the development of a state or a city. It makes it easy for investors, businessmen, and tourists to visit the city. So I think this is very, very critical in the development of Bayelsa and certainly Yenagoa. Not just for tourism, not just for trade, for cargo, with the oil companies, brass and so on. So it's very, very important, very critical, and we're very honored that this is taking place now. And hopefully when Atiku Abubakar becomes president, he'll be the first president to land on our soil, right here in Yenagoa, and then we can start discussing the true development of the Niger Delta.
So when you are touching down on that plane today, what was running through your mind?
How we can truly develop this beautiful state. You know, we are as underdeveloped as they come, and we struggle. But now Governor Dickson opens up the path to success. See, you could never develop a state without infrastructure, without roads, without power, without airport, without seaport. It's just not possible. Or you end up like Sudan. Okay, for you to be truly developed, you need a basic infrastructure. And an airport is number one on your list. And to have it here, right now, right here, is great. All he's done, basically, he's made life easy for the next governor because he has 1 year to go. So the next governor should thank him very, very, very much for what he has done. The next governor is going to inherit a wonderful multi-billion-naira facility which will make it easy for him or her to grow this beautiful city.
So what's your words to Bayelsans regarding economic value of this project?
We need to bring industry here. We need to bring development here. And you know, for me, the first thing I would say to Governor Dickson and his successor is, first of all, you go to Nestle, get Nestle to set up a small factory here. Go to Cadbury to set up a factory here. Go to Coke. Go to Pepsi to set up a small factory here for the South and the Niger Delta. Work with existing companies. You see, everybody talks about foreign investors. We have Nigerian investors. Go to Aliko Dangote to set up a cement plant here. They're local investors that have the capacity to do it here. You just have to give them the right economic incentives, and you can create 500,000 jobs in 2 years. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult because they're local investors, and I know every single one of them who can come here. You can set up a tire factory here, and more important, when Atiku takes over, he's going to set up a green revolution, which means we're going to be making our own cars, electric cars, and it'll be great if the first electric car plant is set here in Bayelsa, and it helps with a seaport, it helps with an airport. Yeah, is it? Yeah. What do you say? Yeah. Yes. Okay. You got it. Okay. All right. I want to say congratulations on the wonderful job he has done, and he's an incredible leader. We're very proud of him. And you know, it's sad to see him go in 1 year, but he's left his mark in stone, and he's the kind of guy that you never forget. So yeah, we're very proud of him and very happy for him to be my friend and for him to be the governor here and try to change the state.
So let me just take you to an area that you are very, very conversant, the tourism sector. What has this project got to do for Bayelsa when it comes to tourism?
Well, tourists like to be comfortable. Tourists don't suffer. They give you their money. So if I give you my money, I want comfort, right? So the first thing you have as a tourist, you fly into an airport. Then you have a great taxi service or bus service to take you to the hotel. Then you have to have a great hotel. Then you have to have great tourist sites. Tourists do not suffer. Tourists give you money. Tourists want to be comfortable. If you make them comfortable, you attract them. If you don't make them comfortable, they don't come. So they go to Kenya, they go to Uganda, they go to Gambia, they go to South Africa, they go to Egypt, because the people make them comfortable.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
And of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. And so we dedicate this international airports that have brought every Bayelsa to a place of proud, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. We pray that from the top official that will officiate in the activities of this airport to the least worker in this airport, Father, your hand shall manifest to your own praise and glory. Your finger of security and protection shall be over this place. Our craft shall take off peacefully and land safely from over the four winds of the world. In the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you, Father. We declare the roads leading to this place safe. We declare all the air road leading to this place safe. In the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you, Father. By the apostolic anointing upon the priests and the ministers of the state, we confirm the dedication of this airport in Jesus' name. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Because this airport is dedicated in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. And amen.
A man who believes in development, which is why we call him the rock of his own nation. The Ofruma Pepe, the great white shark. The Adaka the second. The Gbogbo. You raised me up to walk upon the sea. I am strong. I am on your shoulder.
Thank you, thank you, thank
you very much. Thank you. Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your Excellency, my dear lovely wife, Your Excellency, thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of our great state, my reliable, dependable, trustworthy ally and partner, the Deputy Governor, Rear Admiral Jonah, retired but still in very active service. Our father, our leader, and our king, His Majesty, the Chairman of the State Council of Traditional Rulers. I would like to recognize the best senators in Nigeria who, not surprisingly, are from Bayelsa. Nigeria's one and only common sense senator, Ben Murray Bruce, senator representing Bayelsa East, Senator Foster Ogola, who has been here with us since morning. Let me recognize my brother, my in-law, two-time DG of my governorship campaigns, and my able rep, the Honorable Fred Agbedi. I would like to recognize and appreciate the presence of the Right Honorable the Speaker, my Lord, the Honorable the Chief Judge of our great state, ably manning and taking care of the most productive and stable judiciary in our country. My Lord, thank you for being here, and thank you for joining me on the first ever flight to land at the Bayelsa International Airport. Thank you. Thank you. We are number one. Thank you. We are number one. You are right. We are number one. I would like to recognize the chairman of the steering committee of the Ijaw National Congress, Professor Ajenka, and members of the steering committee of the INC, our leaders in our foremost organization, who yesterday on our behalf, by the way, announced to the world the decision of our people, the people of the Ijaw ethnic nationality, to formally adopt and ratify Atiku Abubakar of the PDP as our presidential candidate. They did that yesterday and announced it to the world. I can see Ambassador Egale, who is a member of the steering committee. The member of the BOT, let me recognize and appreciate your Royal Majesties, our fathers, our leaders, the fathers of our land, fathers of the Ijaw nation. Thank you very much for your support, your encouragement, your prayers. But thank you especially for being here today and for your kind words. Your Highnesses, let me recognize our partners of FAN and all the federal agencies. I'd like to recognize members of the State House of Assembly, members of the State Executive Council, in no particular order, top government functionaries, friends of Bayelsa State who are here today, our friends and partners in the banking industry, because they work tirelessly, number of them. We started with EcoBank and then Sterling Bank, and they worked with us all the way. I will say more on the day of formal commissioning. the most beautiful women God ever created, who are Thank you. You know, we always tell people that when God made women, He made them all very beautiful. But He deliberately made sure that among the beautiful women created, the most beautiful of them all are the Bayelsa Ijaw women. Thank you. Youths of Bayelsa State, gentlemen of the press, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Anoa! Today is a great day, and it is not an accident that today is even Valentine's Day. So let me, on behalf of your Valentine government, and from Nigeria's only Valentine state, wish you all happy Valentine's. Thank you. Today is not just Valentine's Day. Today is also the 7th anniversary of your restoration government. And so let me congratulate all of you in Bayelsa. Congratulate all our people. For me, my family, on behalf of the government that I lead, and on behalf of our state, I congratulate all of Bayelsa and all of the Ijaw Nation. I want to join other officials, my officials who spoke before now, in receiving and welcoming you all to this occasion. Simple but very profound. Today we are not here yet commissioning this airport. We are not here to commission this airport. That will come at a later date. Today we are here to commemorate the landing of the first airplane, marking the commencement of business at the only airport in the heartland of the Ijaw Nation. And when I came in here, I thought we were just going to fly in, a few officials and some others. And by the way, I thank all our leaders who found time to be here. In no particular order, I've seen a number of you. Chief Alaibe, thank you very much for being here. And a number of you all the way from Lagos, the Ijaw professionals, all of you. You heard this was happening, and all of you decided to mobilize yourselves in the spirit of solidarity to your government to be here. I want to thank you all for finding time to be here. At some later date, very soon, we will formally invite all of us again. And please, I hope you're not tired of being here, because that day is when we will formally commission this wonderful airport. The best airport in Nigeria is here now with you. Yes, I agree with you. We are number one. We are number one. After all, we are the glory of all lands. And we remain the Jerusalem of the Ijaw Nation. My dear people, during the commissioning, I may have one or two things more to say. But for today, I want to thank you all for coming. We conceived of this airport the very first time we took office. And in my inaugural address, I made it clear that we're not going to play politics with three key things. Number one, we're not going to play politics with law and order and security and stability. Number two, we made it clear we're not going to play politics with your development, our development. And number three, we made it clear that we were going to do everything to mobilize and unify our people and to protect the joint national interest. Three things I said there was going to be no politics about. When I said there was going to be no politics with development, this is the kind of thing I had in mind. And you are seeing it today. You are seeing an airport that is 3.5 kilometers runway, not an airstrip. There's no plane that cannot land here. And that's why whatever this government does, we do it not just for the moment. We are doing it for the future. We kept expanding this initial design because I said, let it be that we have come and we have done the best. Let other governors come and focus on other things. And that's why you are seeing us building roads and bridges, connecting communities and local governments in far-flung places in this difficult terrain. When people criticize and they talk without knowing details, we can forgive them, and I urge you all to forgive them. Because they don't have the passion, they don't have the vision, and they have no experience in building. They have never built a school before. So they don't understand when we have built 20-something boarding schools from a state that had no single boarding school. They don't understand. They don't understand when we built hospitals, 60, 70 bed, wonderful modern structures in all our local government headquarters where we had none. They don't understand. They can't get it. They don't get it when we build roads and bridges in this terrible terrain of ours, where we have to sand fill 2 meters high, 3 meters high to construct a road. Even when the roads lead to their own local governments and their communities and pass by their fathers' houses, they can't get it. After all, a few days ago, some rascally young people came and said their pride is that they have constructed boreholes. A borehole. A junior minister in his community said borehole. And that's what the president came here to tell our people and to remind us that there's nothing wrong in Nigeria's existing constitutional system. After all, 3 senators from Bayelsa and 3 senators from Kano is justice. And it's good enough for us. Do you agree with him? No! Mr. President, you're wrong. Very wrong again. There's everything wrong with Nigeria's existing supposed constitutional system that is fraudulent, unfair, and oppressive. And that's why we are committed to the issues of reorganizing our country. Whether you call it reform, whether you call it fiscal federalism, whether you call it restructuring, we who feel the pains of Nigeria, we know what we mean. Is that not so? And that's why I agree with the position of the INC. And all of us in Bayelsa are enjoined to go 2 days from now and vote out those who do not believe in restructuring, and vote in the candidate and the party that believes in restructuring for a fairer Nigeria. That's the position of our people. They don't understand what it means to construct an airport like this, a project that even the federal government cannot boast of. Has the federal government done a project like this? So when a minister and a former governor who tried to build an airport according to him, but you know him now, everything he does is 419. He got money, went by the roadside, poured some tippers of sand, and did 419, put a signboard, Musa Yaradua Airport. and brought the ailing president to come and commission it. Can you imagine that? 419. That was what they did for 6 years. He did 419 on this state. Every memo tainted with fraud. Every approval. And you know, I spent 10 years in investigating people. There's no approval. There's nobody who has sat here to do anything that I don't have the records of. So when I tell you some people are criminals and fraudulent people, believe me, I know what we're saying. Today, the airport that Timothy Silva deceived and played 419 with federal government and our state, we have put on ground a real life airport. Not so? No 419, no wayo. You know the difference. And Lopobri, the junior minister of Agric, whose duty is to feed the hungry. Has he fed the hungry? But we know the brothers and sisters and some other, I don't want to say who those other people are, that are feeding fat. We know what is happening and the fraud in that Ministry of Agriculture. Is there any agri project in Bayelsa State? From the federal government, is there any agri project in Bayelsa State? Anyway, we're all here for a more serious business. The business of advancing development for our people. You have seen this. You also know the schools that are in your communities. You see the hospitals in your communities. The roads and bridges. Even in a recession, we are doing all of this and doing a project like this. I want to thank you all, my good, wonderful people of Bayelsa State, for your support, your encouragement, and your prayers. I want to thank my very able team, the Deputy Governor down, to all the commissioners, especially the hard-working, immediate past Commissioner for Works. All of you should give a round of applause to that gentleman. Thank you. I want to also thank the Right Honorable Speaker, the longest serving speaker in Nigeria today. We build stability. That's what we have been doing in the last 7 years. The House of Assembly supported our every effort, approved the facility with which we started this construction. And that rascally young man, Lupobri, was saying something he doesn't know, because all he does is to call huge amounts of money and cry wolf where there's no wolf. He did that in the House of Assembly against Chief Alamesia, who made him speaker, even as an underaged legislator. And the next thing we saw was Lamesia's approvals were all in the newspapers. He went there to fight, not to build. So he doesn't understand development. Doesn't understand. I hear he told a lie that this airport you are seeing, that the government has spent 120 or 150 billion. Another Lopobri malarial dream. Because he likes to shout and call heavy money, 1.something trillion. He hasn't run the government before, so he doesn't know what it means. He doesn't know how we build stability, how we promote development, how we conceive a project, how we start and finish and supervise. They don't have that idea. They don't know. And that's why he's not worried that the federal government that he serves has no road to his community. And we are doing that road, not so. So you see the confusion. My dear people, this project that you see has not cost us more than 60 billion. It's about 60 billion. And as you know me, all big roads, every major project, we give it to the best available contractors. The contractors of this project, I thank them. You will hear from them when we come for the commissioning. I awarded this contract, the ESCO awarded this contract to Dantata and Sawo. And what you see here is international standard, German standard. The sand fill of this place you see Where you are standing is about 4 meters from the soil. This massive space, you can imagine, it took more than 1 year for Westminster dredging to dredge the whole of this place. People may claim that they've done one thing or the other. Let me assure you, there's no single federal government NDDC sand on this place you are seeing. The contract that was awarded for sand filling, we never saw the sand. Very sad. I don't want to go into that. So, this project, with the corrections, with the few additions that we have been told to add one of the little things, will not take more than 65 billion, out of which we have spent about close to 60, 68, 69 billion. That's what has gone in here. And all through Dantata and Sao and the other contractors. So this is one of the best airports in Nigeria. Landing system international and the latest. Another lie Senator Lokobri told to demarcate his own state's airport is that this airport was flooded. This airport is almost 4 meters high. There is no flood from Lokobri's mind that can cover this airport, in Jesus' name. The last flood, even the flood of 2012, cannot flood this place. So I would like the general public to get that clear. People are just playing politics of envy, politics of bitterness and hatred, politics of jealousy. But when you are making progress and making good things happen, like we are doing, I'm used to that. I'm used to that. What is important is that while we are building, they are busy destroying. We are building stability. Lokobri and Silva are busy blackmailing and threatening security officials. And I want to use this opportunity to again call on the president to protect the people of this state from his rampaging criminals and cult leaders who masquerade as politicians in this state. As we are speaking now, in Basambri, you have a certain criminal called Kojo going about with arms and protected by security forces. People are running away from Basambri now. The same in Paramabri, where that criminal you all know, Gumbos, is protected by the security forces of Nigeria. My dear people and leaders, let me tell you, they plan to make this state ungovernable. They planned 2015 when we defeated them, all through the courts, all through the elections and supplementary elections. They planned to make this place ungovernable. But because of the grace of God, because God loves us and our state, because of your support and your prayers, and because you have me, Ofuruma Pepe, in charge, they have not succeeded, and they are very angry. They are very angry. Now, in the name of an election, they have started arming people, buying AK-47 rifles, giving to young people. I've told all our youths, I've told all traditional rulers, mobilize our people in all your communities and chase them out. Protect yourselves if the state institutions cannot protect you. For those security people who are doing their legitimate jobs, cooperate with them. The majority of them are good, decent, hardworking people. Cooperate with them. But anyone who comes in whatever uniform or guise in our communities to intimidate and harass you because you want to vote, tell them that the job man has not been conquered on this land. Is that not so? Yes. I want to urge you all, because this is still campaign season, to vote for all our candidates who will support development, stability, and security. Vote for all our National Assembly candidates, vote for all House of Assembly candidates, and vote for a president who will restructure and reform this country. Vote for which party? Finally, I want to thank and appreciate all the hard-working security men and women. Majority of them are very professional, I can attest to that. That this state is safe and secure is also because they are hardworking. They have resisted intimidation and blackmail by Lokobri and Silva in Abuja. Instead of coming here in their villages to campaign for their candidates, which they don't do at all, they sit down there, buy arms, and then they blackmail security people. And they want to convert the security forces of Nigeria to be their thugs, their armed thugs. Mr. President should not allow that. That's the only thing we seek. I want to thank the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, who, when we made a request to him, promptly posted security to protect this wonderful facility. A round of applause for the military. And working with them, and you know we work very well with the military. The army is building the forward operation base in Age, funded by the government of Bayelsa State, not the federal government. And very soon we will also start, the seaport has started. The seaport in Age has started. The army is building the forward operation base. And very soon we'll go and build the jetty. Before I round up my tenure in the next 1 year, I believe that just as we have witnessed the landing of planes here, we will go to Age and witness ships coming to berth at the Age seaport. Finally, thank you. I have 1 more year to round up my tenure. I still ask for your prayers. I ask for your continuous support and solidarity and understanding. We've been through very difficult circumstances, the recession and so on. But also pray that these cultists and killers who don't mean well for our people shall have no foothold in the politics of this state in Jesus' name. And that at the end of my tenure, God will give us the direction. And all of you working under the able leadership of the Ofuruma Pepe, the great white shark. This state will have another set of leaders who will build and consolidate on the foundations we have built in every sector. You have the best schools, best hospitals, best airports. Our state is the agricultural hub. We want this whole airport you see, it's a farm. Come and plant your flowers or mushroom, as His Majesty is interested in. Cassava, plantain. Come and process the whole of this airport. It's not just an airport. This is also a free trade zone. Come and build your shops, your warehouses. You don't need to go to India or China or Dubai. This is going to be the China and the Dubai of Nigeria and Africa in Jesus' name. Thank you. We are number 1. For aquaculture, you see the farms we have started. We need more of our people to go into that. This place is the hub, not just for the South-South, not just for evacuation of oil tools, for different agricultural products. And this place is intended to be the hub for the Gulf of Guinea region. I want to thank you all for coming. I look forward to seeing you all on the day we shall assemble to commission formally this airport. I want to thank you all and I wish you all journey mercies. Once again, happy anniversary. Happy Valentine. When you get back home, tell your wife so. We are the state of love. Get ready. Go to your homes peacefully. Mobilize our people and vote candidates that will support us. Thank you. God bless you all.
Yes, everyone.